It's the big one. Danks Furniture's end of financial year clearance sale. Up to 50% off locally made lounge suites, dining tables and designer Nordic furniture. Danks Furniture, the comfort of home.
A very good afternoon and a warm welcome from Hale Hockey Club, where it is round 10 in the HWA Women's Premier League, which sees Hale, who's currently sitting top of the ladder, taking on Curtin University, who are sitting 6th on the ladder. As we take a look at the team lineups for today and the players to look out for, well, you would feel that Hale are going to be chasing goals today, and it's going to be Fiona Koch, M. Chalker, Mickey Spano, really looking to try and get amongst the goals today, and maybe even Linnae Milan. While there is a debut for Shanae Hayward, who will be wearing number 7 today. Jess Durst, well, she's had 5 clean sheets so far this season, and she'll be hoping that she can have another one today against Curtin. Turning our attention to the Curtin lineup, and they're going to need to rely on a lot of their older players or more experienced players, the likes of Kate Denning, Chantal Chilella, Tanya Stora and Kirsty Denning, as they've got lots of players out. Missing today, Brooke Kenny, Chelsea Heath, Sarah Burns, Anna Canna Monado, Penny Squibb, Caitlin Nobbs, Meg Pearce, Greta Hayes. So a lot of players missing for Curtin University, so they're going to be really up against it. And a late pull-out today was Jess Cavino, who was wearing number 27. Should be an interesting game just the same, though. And just a messages from our sponsors. The Varsity Bar coming soon to Innerleigh, opening at the old Sizzler site next to the cinemas. And the Bunting Group, from remote mine sites to residential homes. The Bunting Group delivers quality assured, cost-effective building or maintenance services to meet your needs. So if you do have building, be it commercial or residential, then please contact the Bunting Group. And of course, Danks Furniture, their end of financial year sale, finishing the end of this week. So if you want some furniture, get in there this week and place your order. I'm Ashley Morrison. I'll be sharing all the action with you today. And it is a beautiful day for a game of hockey. So, just waiting for the players to make their way back out. The hooter should go soon, I think. Umpires for today's game are Tom Keating and Logan Powell. Hale so far just dropped the one game. That was against UWA. We're into the second half of the season now. And, of course, chasing their first ever premiership, if they can, in 2022. Curtin, well, they had plenty when they were known as Curtin Pirates. One of the most successful teams in recent years. And just going through a rebuilding process at the moment, but not helped with so many players not being available. The goalkeepers just putting their kit behind the goal, and technical official, I think there's a problem with one of the goals, the one over to our right-hand side at the moment. Looks as if the net has just come apart or away from the post. And I think they're just going to have to try and find a way to fix that before we can get things underway. Just trying to see if the technical official is happy with things and we are going to get things underway, or is there going to be some more repairs? I think we are happy with things, so they'll be able to start the clock shortly. Not a cloud in the sky here on top of the hill at the Hale Hockey Club. Good crowd coming in to enjoy the action. And there is going to be a slight delay, I think, just as they try to fix that net. Just to let you know, as they are looking to still try and repair that. When these two teams have met, they've met 11 times since 2017, and this game usually averages 4 goals a game. So there's only been one game where no one has scored. So for 4 games there have been where nobody scored, but the average number of goals is 4 as we get things finally underway. Curtin playing it back to Kate Denning. And immediately put under pressure, though. Good skills up the sideline from Alice Arnott. Lost it, though. Templeman collects for Hale. Good pass finds Milan. Milan cuts infield, raises ahead looking for options. Good work coming from Chelsea Turner, one of the young guns for Curtin. Certainly big raps on Chelsea Turner, really talented player. Just stopped going forward that time was Grace Cohn. Will be a free hit though to Curtin, just outside the 23-metre line. Kate Denning tries to turn, and on the reverse stick, angled it to the back post, but just too far away for Portia Miller to get any touch of any meaning. Madonna Blythe carries forward out of defence for Hale. Curtin drop off. And good skills again that time from Arnott. Passes that out wide to Miller. Miller stopped by Madonna Blythe. Templeman does well behind Blythe and cleans up at the back. Pass finds Spano. Down the line she goes to Chalker. Chalker didn't quite get that under control. Mickey Spano, I believe her mum and dad, Dimmy and Tony, are watching, and also her Yiya Mary back in South Australia. So we hope you enjoy this game, and maybe Mickey Spano can get a goal for you today. She's got a few so far this season, 3 to her name since joining Hale. Misa Hrobala, just losing out there. Kate Denning, again having to get away from Spano. Real determination from Denning. She keeps possession for Curtin. Eddie Bone blocked on the 23-metre line, but sounded like it was with a shin pad rather than a stick, so it'll be a free hit to Curtin. Just on the far side, just noting the clock has actually stopped, so hopefully they fix that problem because it has stopped at 15 seconds into the start of the game. Hopefully the technical bench are aware of that. Tanya Storer goes back to Kirsty Denning. That's a good pass forward to find Chantal Chilella. Chilella normally playing in the forward line, just dropping back a bit today. That's a good build-up by Curtin. Lovely pass as well to Kate Denning. Brilliant tackle, though, by Madonna Blythe. And now Milan breaking forward. Gets the pass there at the second attempt to Tyler Pedley. Pedley's got Chalker in the middle if she can find it. Tries to get it across into the side netting. It goes. It's a free out to Curtin, but Curtin with a really good build-up, and then Hale with a really fast counter-attack. Milan collects it for Hale again. Just having to go back. Misa Hrobala goes to Madonna Blythe, and Templeman, I think that was intended for Boltby, who is overlapping. Breaking forward now again is Alice Arnott for Curtin. Madonna Blythe is there. Arnott using her body to shield it across the face of goal. Alice Arnott, who is from New South Wales, played for the New South Wales Pride in the Hockey One competition. She was actually player of the tournament at the Australian Under-18 national competitions back in 2016, Alice Arnott. Scored 9 goals in that competition. Chalker looks to deflect it. Well cut out again by Tanya Storer. Tanya Storer, who in May went past the 400 games for Curtin University. Fantastic achievement. Joined the club at the age of 15 and has played 22 of the 24 years she's been at the club in the Premier Grade. Storer on the ball again. Good defence coming from Spano. Cock to Bone. And Bone, that just got pushed too far ahead of Brooke Corbett. Spano, though, takes the sting off it so Cock can get it under control. Storer got a touch, but Corbett Gives it back to Cock. Crossfield it goes for Hale. Cut out. Kate Denning looks up. Arnott again. Wins the free hit. Taken quickly by Curtin. Kate Denning trying to pull away from Eddie Bone. Gets a good pass away this time onto the far side to Emily Hindle. Hindle goes round one. Can't get round Milan. And Milan again, head up, looking what's available. Pushes it forward for Spano. These two are combining well. That was a right idea from Spano, but Milan, she's quick, but not quite that quick. Pleased to say the clock is up in action and on the right time now. 6 minutes gone in this first quarter. Still 0-0. Neither keeper called into action as yet. Storer again. Good pass to Chilella. And again, the wise old heads for Curtin combining well so far. Arnott. Again, one hand on the stick. Gets the free hit. Bursts forward. Releases the pass. Beck Revel. Dispossessed by Madonna Blythe just inside the circle. And it's still going to be a Curtin ball from the side, just in the shadow of the stand. Kate Denning goes back to Sister Kirsty. And not brought under control on the far side by Hindle, and it'll go over the side. Milan tries the aerial pass, didn't really get it off the ground. That's a good pass, but again, well, Arnott may keep it in play. She has done very well. And then just lost it over the baseline, but did it go off the Hale stick? It did, so it's a long corner to Curtin. Tanya Storer comes forward. Goes to Chilella. Chilella, who's been recalled to the Thunderstick squad as well for Hockey One, and it's a foot race between the two number 7s. That is the debutant Shanae Haywood and Chantal Chilella. Haywood coming up with the ball. Great pass to Milan across the face of goal, and just missed at the back post by Brooke Corbett. Just bobbled in front of her. In fact, I think there was a touch somewhere along the line which took it away from her. Kiara Fakeney looked to play it directly into the circle. Kirsty Denning. That's a good steal again by Templeman. Rishka Johnston there from the side. She's just played a game for the two, so plenty of fitness when you're 16, 17 years old. Comes back to Madonna Blythe again. Templeman, who I think has grown in stature every game alongside Madonna Blythe. Plays it straight into the shins of Chelsea Turner, so it'll be a free hit to Hale on halfway. Blythe again. Mickey Spano now looking to turn Storer. Spano looking to play it along the baseline, and Rishka Johnson just hesitated for a split second. And just as the pass was made, she was stopped moving, and so couldn't get on the end of the pass. One back by Chalker. Hale now having plenty of possession. Chalker drills it to the top of the circle. Played first time by Haywood. It was a good pass to Cock. And that would have been special for Shanae Haywood, because she was coached in the juniors by Fiona Cock for many years. And making a debut alongside someone that coached her will be special. Came all the way through the Hale juniors. Hale's originally from Goomalling in the country of WA. And her parents are here to watch her make her debut in the Premier Grade. Madonna Blythe, plenty of space. Chelsea Turner looks to close her down. Diagonal pass is a really good one to find Chalker. Great lead by Chalker. Cut out again inside the circle. Good defence that time from Alex Fry. Alex Fry, who hails from South Australia. Short pass, Templeman didn't really get it under control, but it's broken kindly top of the circle for Cock. And the defence, again, was very good, closing her down. I think Hale thought maybe there was a long corner. Eventually, the umpires confirmed the long corner is awarded. Eddie Bone over the ball. Short pass, not brought under control. Top of the circle. And Arnott gets the chance to carry it clear. Great fighting back, though, that time by Brooke Corbett. Wins the free hit, looks to play on. Drills it to the edge of the circle. Chilela stops well. And it just bobbled again over the stick of Kirsty Denning. Just 4 minutes left now in the first quarter. Still 0-0. Brought down well by Arishka Johnston, but unfortunately just caught her foot. Good play to just dink that one onto the foot. Coming from Grace Cohn. Kate Denning, Cock behind her. So Curtin, who numbers-wise are up against it today with so many players missing, will be pleased. They'll just take each quarter as it comes and hope they can get through it with a clean sheet and maybe just sneak a goal. Goes wide this time to Hindle. Hindle, though, didn't get it under control. So Hale from the side. Self-pass from Tyler Pedley. Good tackle again coming in from Kate Denning. Alex Fry. Dispossessed and Hale switch to the right-hand side. Milan looked to just knock that one past Cohn. Gets the pass back, this time from Corbett. Milan looking to go into the circle. Kirsty Denning. And Milan just being warned for trying to kick the ball away. Wry smile on her face. She knew what she was doing. So did the umpire, though. Nice turn again from Iona Patton that time. Chelsea Turner now. Sea of blue shirts ahead of her, and they came up with the ball. Turner gets it back, though. Pass, though, didn't have the strength to find her teammate, and Spano now sets off on the attack. Over halfway she goes, looks to take on Storer. There have been calls for a stick check there, not given. Kirsty Denning goes wide. This time it's Grace Cohn, gets it under control. Chilela drills it up the middle. Madonna Blythe gets it under control and returns it with interest. And it takes a deflection off the stick of Chilela, so it'll be a long corner to Hale with just under 1:30 left in the first quarter. Comes wide to Bryony Boltby. Just got her angles wrong. Chilela to Storer. Cut out well by Milan, but then just juggling it on a stick, it just bobbled out and over the side. Milan again gets a touch, but Curtin inch their way up the sideline. Storer once more. It'll come to Storer. Spano is buzzing around, causing problems. Goes back to Chilela now. Spano's there, but the combination between Chilela and Storer pays dividends. Good pass forward that time into the path of Iona Patton. Coming across was Boltby. And Boltby, though, penalised. Just got 10 seconds left in the quarter. Curtin will look to get it into the circle. They do, but Madonna Blythe on the edge stops it. Stick goes flying. And that is the end of the first quarter. It's been end-to-end, no real action for either goalkeeper. And we go into the first break, and it is Hale 0, Curtin University 0.
It's the big one. Danks Furniture's end of financial year clearance sale. Up to 50% off locally made lounge suites, dining tables and designer Nordic furniture. Danks Furniture, the comfort of home.
As I mentioned, a beautiful day here at Hale Hockey Club. And we'd just like to thank our sponsors once more. The Bunting Group, from the far north to the Great Southern and everywhere in between. The Bunting Group has engaged in building and maintenance projects and delivered high quality work on time. If you're looking for residential or commercial building, please contact the Bunting Group via their website. And of course, the perfect pre-movie meal is coming away later this year when the Varsity Bar opens at the old Sizzler site at Inaloo. So we'll keep you posted on that one. And of course, just a reminder once again that the end of financial year sale for Danks Furniture is coming to an end this week. So if you want your 50% off, make sure you get into Danks this week before the close of business on Thursday. And the umpire's just calling the players out, and Curtin appear from the shadows first. And they'll be pleased, I would have thought, with that first quarter performance. Just need to try and create maybe a little bit more, but as their confidence grows in this match, those opportunities may come their way. Well, the whistle's gone, and Hale not come out, and they've started the game quite fairly. Well, in fact, the umpire's called it back, but he blew his whistle, so I thought Curtin were within their rights to start. And it goes back to Kate Denning. Of course, there's that famous footage at the World Cup where the players were still in the changing room, came storming out because the game had started without them. Spano, that's a really good tackle from Chilala, even though it was an illegal one. Spano, though, plays on quickly, slips it down the line, but it's a little bit too far ahead of Chalker. Kirsty Denning. Pass down the line, comes into now Chelsea Turner. A little bit of space for her. Calling for the ball early was Alice Arnott. Well read by Fiona Cock, who cut out the pass. Corbett, short pass from her, finds Boltby. Boltby looks to play it down the line, but again, it was just too far, too much pace on that for Corbett to get it under control. But Corbett, who is part of the 2015 Hockey WA Talent Accelerant Programme. Curtin again able to carry it forward out of defence. Grace Conn playing it back to Hindle. Bone getting a touch, but it's Denning who'll come up with the ball for Curtin. Plays it wide now. Arnott got it under control superbly. And Arnott looking dangerous down the left-hand flank, but it was good work again by Boltby and Cock combining. Comes to Boltby again, just under hit her pass. Storer says thank you very much, and now finds Turner. Turner goes through the sandwich. Turner, really good tackle from Misa Hrobola. And now Milan gets the chance to carry it over halfway for Hale. Looks to feed it forward. Spano, can she keep it in play? No. Chilala again, just showing the intent to go for the ball that made Spano just slow up. So the second quarter starting pretty much the way the first went. Although a misplaced pass gives possession back to Hale. Misa Hrobola drills it in. There's nobody, though, in that space. Everybody had drifted towards the front of the circle and no one taking out the position at the back. Kirsty Denning again. Kirsty and Kate Denning, of course, their mother Elspeth Denning, winning a gold medal at the 88 Olympic Games, the first ever team gold medal by an Australian team at an Olympic Games, and the first gold medal for hockey. Kate Denning on the ball now. Chilella just giving a little bit of a jig there before she played the pass. Chantal Chilella, well, she won the top goal scorer award, the Jackie Pereira award, 7 years in a row. And now playing in the heart of defence. Madonna Blythe trying to dribble it out of defence. Turner's dispossessed her. Madonna Blythe comes back, got a touch, now steals it properly and finds Chalker. Chalker miscontrolled and Chilella pounces. Storer, great little shimmy of the hips from her, and again gets the free hit. Now goes to Kate Denning, gets on with play quickly. Denning through the middle, good pass, top of the circle, good save from Durst. That was good to deny Iona Patton. And the first bit of action Durst has been called in to do. Storer again. Chilella. Cock will collect that one, just trying to be strong in the tackle there against Portia Miller. Corbett finds Spano. Chalker's wide if she wants her, looking to push it into the space. Finds Chalker well. Chalker now into the circle, looking for Spano across the circle. And it was Chilella who got the touch just outside. And it will be actually a free hit to Hale just outside the circle. Of course, the ball must travel 5 metres now. And Curtin get every player back. Good tackle again by Storer. Oh, Chalker's got it back for Hale, though. We can't get past Chilella. Arnott to Kate Denning. Under pressure from Bone. Bone's stolen it for Hale. Eddie Bone looking to get inside the circle. Again, there was no way through. Good defence from Curtin. And the pass just behind Fiona Cock. So, turnover of possession by Hale as we enter the final 10 minutes of the first half. Rare mistake from Storer. So Chalker now, self passes. Down the line she goes. Kiara Fakeney likes to go along the baseline, finds the foot. Be a free hit to Hale. Chalker. Good work again from Kirsty Denning, but unfortunately just played that one behind Portia Miller. It's good pressure though from Hale. Curtin needing to concentrate really hard. Boltby back to Madonna Blythe. Templeman now with space. Mistrap at the top of the circle. Corbett pounces, looks to go between two Curtin players. It was cleared, but it's only gone as far as Bryony Boltby. Boltby looking to take on Portia Miller, got past her, and a good tackle again just inside the circle from Chilella. So it'll be another long corner to Hale. Madonna Blythe, product of the Valley Hockey Club in Brisbane, but very much a Hale player these days. Trying to turn inside the circle, it's gone up in the air. Tyler Pedley thought she was going to get the shot away, and then the ball just disappeared. Kirsty Denning eating up valuable seconds. Chilella goes wide, and Hindle keeps it in play, drills it up the sideline. So Hale will try and start an attack again from the defence. Madonna Blythe, good pass to pick out Tyler Pedley. Pedley pulls away from Denning. Slips, shot goes, and she was looking for someone at the back post again. Playing it from outside the circle on the reverse stick. Nobody able to get on the back post to just guide that one past Evie Dalton. Evie Dalton, who's really not had a save to make as yet. Hale's from Tasmania, the goalkeeper for Curtin. Good stop by Boltby. Managed to win the battle there, that time with Alex Fry. Bone calms things down, finds Milan. Looking for Corbett. Corbett got a stick on it but couldn't keep it in play. Gone past the halfway stage in this quarter. Good pass again, managing to find Alice Arnott. Boltby just made sure that pass never found its mark, and again working hard is Kiara Fakeney. Over the side it goes off Fry. Blythe and Templeman combine again in the defensive line for Hale. That's a good pass to find Milan. Milan looking to take on Arnott. Milan into the circle. Just took it over the baseline, although I think there was a touch that took it over, so it'll be a long corner. Eddie Bone, good run from Templeman. From deep into the circle she goes, but just stopped at the top of the deep, and the pass not able to find a teammate. Caitlin Templeman, who's a development player for the Thundersticks in Hockey 1. Must admit, I thought with her form so far this season, she would have been a definite starter. Mickey Spano, lovely weaving run off the foot there. First penalty corner of the match. And so Hale get the chance now to really test Evie Dalton under the bar for Curtin. Lovely run from Mickey Spano. Played her hockey for Adelaide University and a product of the South Australian Sports Institute. So Eddie Bone waits, comes out, Bone is there, pushes it straight into the goal, and the first goal coming for Hale. Eddie Bone making it 1-0 to the home side with just over 5 minutes left in the first half. Now that'll just settle the nerves for the home side. Eddie Bone with a 6th goal of the season, pulls the level with Linnae Milan. And Milan, it's fair to say, is one of the leading scorers in the competition at the moment. Courtney Chanel is the leading goal scorer, playing for UWA. She scored 5 in one game, which obviously helped her tally. Madonna Blythe receives it from Krobela. And Boltby, just the bouncing ball, just running away from her, just kicking off the turf. Storer now. That's a good block again. Coming from Shanae Hayward. Hayward will be pleased with the start she's made so far in Premier Grade. Closes down again. And that pressure pays dividends because Hale have come up with the ball through Fiona Cock. Good pass to Chalker. Hayward's forward if Chalker wants it. Feeds it into her, looking for the touch. And it's a back stick, unfortunately, so it'll be a free hit to Curtin. Hindle plays it into the foot of Pedley. And Curtin very much still in this match. You feel Hale need to get a second goal. Chalker's going to chase that all the way to the corner, and the ball is going to win. Once again, just like to acknowledge the Varsity Bar opening soon in Innaloo, and also the Bunting Group for their support of the live commentary at matches here, and also all the games played at home by Hale this year. You can catch them all on the Hale YouTube channel. Just subscribe to that and you'll be sure you won't miss out. Kate Denning, little push over the side from Eddie Bone. Storer, and immediately that was good from Hayward to close down Kate Denning realised where the pass was going, moved swiftly to shut it down, and that's a painful one for Pedley. But she gets to her feet. Hrobola steps forward to take the free hit. We'll go back to Madonna Blythe. Chelsea Turner steps out to close down and then retreats. Cock just played it into Chilala. Free hit, needs to go 5 meters. She realised that as she approached the top of the circle. It just poked over the side. Good work again by Kirsty Denning. Back to Madonna Blythe once more. Just wonder how many games of hockey Madonna Blythe has played. Good skills down on the baseline. I say that because she started playing at the age of 5. Over 340 games for the Hockeyroos. On the ball again. Looking for Fiona Cock. Cock, I was going to say got it under control, but it, again at the second bite, just ran away from it. So approaching the final minute of the first half. Eddie Bones' goal, the difference between the two teams at the moment. Cock got a touch to just take that away momentarily from Arnott. Curtin taking their time. Storer to Chilala. Pedley looks to come forward and close down. And the pressure pays dividends as Hindle doesn't keep it in play. And now it's Hayward again, bursting forward, the debutant. Full of confidence at the moment. Spins, looking for the penalty corner. And Kirsty Denning clears. And Turner, again, got the better that time of Boltby. Chelsea Turner going forward, slips it now to Arnott. And that's a really good tackle coming back from Misa Hrobola. Iona Patton made a really good run to the back post, but Curtin unable to manage to find it. Arnott again weaves past one, and time is the enemy there for Curtin as they try to apply some late pressure. So Eddie Bones' goal, the difference between the two teams as we head into half-time. It is Hale 1, Curtin 0.
For the mid-afternoon naps, for the midnight marathons, for bringing the family together, for a chance to escape from the world, for the good times and the other times, for the years of support. Danks Furniture, the comfort of home.
Welcome back to Hale Hockey Club. Half-time here in the Women's Premier Grade match. Hale leading against Curtin University by 1-0. Eddie Bones scoring from a penalty corner. And once again, just like to acknowledge our sponsors. The Bunting Group loves a challenge. Being solution-orientated and client-focused, they'll collaborate with you in order to achieve the best possible outcomes on your building or maintenance projects throughout WA. If you've got a building project, please contact the Bunting Group and at least ask them for a quote, because they're supporting Hale Hockey Club. And, of course, the Varsity Bar, well, they've got plenty of bars around Perth, but they're opening a new one at the old Sizzler site in Innaloo, and it'll be the perfect pit stop post-game to pick up a burger on your way home. Players about to emerge again as the shadows lengthen across the pitch. It's a beautiful afternoon here. As I mentioned before, not a cloud in the sky. But the shadows lengthening as the sun starts to fall. Curtin still very much in this game, even though they are struggling with a weakened side today. But they'll be hoping that they can just jag a goal and make Hale really work for a victory. Hale, meanwhile, will be hoping they can get a second and just breathe a little bit easier. Evie Dalton sprinting down to her goal as Mickey Spano waits on halfway to get the second half underway for Hale. Spano, who's beginning to form a good relationship with Linnae Milan on the pitch. They seem to be beginning to understand each other well. Eddie Bone goes to the air, looking for the run of Milan. Did that take a touch off Hindle? No, it didn't. And again, we see Curtin looking to play it forward quickly. Chalker, though, steals it away from Alex Fry. Milan now, a little bit of space for her to move into. Feeds it forward to Spano. Spano looks to go round one. Can't get round the second. Good defence again. Chalker, though, wins it back. And once more, Kate Denning, who was the saviour inside the circle, doing good work there, just inside the 23-metre line. Kate Denning, who was player coach for a number of years. Matt Bird now, of course, the coach of Curtin. Matt Bird plays his hockey for Fremantle, but is currently going out with Caitlin Nobbs, who, of course, is on Australian duty, so not playing today. It's a bolt beat down the line it goes. Corbett trying to cut in from the outside. Had to go back to Corbett, though. Templeman now. And Madonna Blythe just shuffles into the shadows. Again, it's good pressure being applied by Portia Miller this time. Miller almost thought about going for that one. Madonna Blythe gets the pass, though, and Milan has to stretch to keep that in Hale's possession. Drives towards the circle, pushed across. Over the baseline it goes off. Kirsty Denning appeals for a penalty corner, of course playing it deliberately, but not given by the umpire. Madonna Blythe self passes, feeds it forward. Corbett now edges into the circle. Good defence. Was it off the... It was off the stick. So Curtin resolute at the back at the moment. The only way through has been via a penalty corner. Kirsty Denning helps it forward to her sister Kate. Ricochets. That's Spano desperately trying to keep that in play, but it just ran out of play. High press coming from Hale, and that pressure from Chalker. Kirsty Denning did really well and played across the back line, and Chilella just happy to put it out over the side, just around the 23-metre line. Given away, and now there's a chance to break forward. One back again by Boltby. Read it well. Takes it away from Portia Miller. Spano again. She's everywhere at the moment. Free hit, I think, to Hale just outside the circle. Eddie Bone calls for the ball from one of the ball kids. Wants to get on with things, takes it the 5 metres, into the pads it goes. Long corner, directly opposite where the ball crossed the baseline, so it'll be right next to that front post. Oh no, it's going to be a 16, I think. Must have just crossed the line before it. Chalella, first times it, Chalker got the touch. We'll get the free hit because she had to jump as it was rising into her. Milan. Again, it's gone up off the Curtin stick, so it'll be another free hit to Hale just outside the circle. Good pressure from them. Almost 4 minutes gone in the second half and the third quarter. Templeman deflected towards goal. Dalton with a good save. Spano trying to turn, fires it towards goal. Chalker with a good shot. Dalton again at a near post, blocks, and the rebound came back onto the Hale player's foot. So chance now again for Curtin to carry it forward. Kate Denning closed down. Corbett putting pressure on. Chalella has managed to go to Portia Miller, but she didn't get it under control, and Madonna Blythe again, just a show, a shimmy, and she's gone. Pedley helps it forward. Milan, I think, was a little bit surprised, thought that was intended for Chalker. Milan keeps it alive, into the circle she goes, looking for the foot, but it's a long corner, is the best she can come up with. Madonna Blythe again, the ever-willing Milan lifts that one. It's blocked by Dalton, comes back across the face of goal, and Chalker gets a second for Hale. Emily Chalker in the perfect place. And we just may have to wait. I think the umpires are going to confer on this one. Just wait before we add the score. I think the question may be just the ball into the circle from Linnae Milan. Did that create danger? Because it was certainly high, and the keeper saved it. The goal is going to stand. So now Hale 2, Curtin 0. Emily Chalker with her third goal of the season. She was saying that she's now past the 50-game milestone for Hale, and now just has to increase the number of goals she scores for the club. Another good driving run coming from Alice Arnott. Arnott over the 23-metre line. Arnott still going into the circle, looking for a teammate right in front of goal. It was a good pass from Arnott. Good defence in the end from Misa Hrobola. And Eddie Bone has picked up a green card, so that'll be 2 minutes on the side for her. So Hale down to 10. Arnott again. And that was taken in the ribs by Hrobola. But hailing from the Transvaal, she'll take that any day. So Madonna Blythe again, happy to just stroll forward, looking for some movement up front. There was plenty of movement, but just not into, I think, the space that Madonna Blythe wanted to play it. Milan again will get the free hit off Storer. Storer fights back. Milan in turn keeps possession. Into the circle it goes. There's a little deflection of Shanae Hayward again, who was showing at the front of the circle. She's certainly not been overawed on debut, and that's just why you're given your chance. When coaches believe you're going to step up. Milan is there. It's gone up again off her stick to create the danger. Was that stopped before Kate Denning played on? According to the umpires, it was. But that's going to be just too far ahead of Beck Reville to get that under control. Beck Reville, another player from Tasmania. There's plenty of them here. She played for the Diamondbacks club. also for Tasmania under-21s. So Madonna Blythe again. Kate Denning inching forward. Kate Denning comes forward and Madonna Blythe just pulls the ball away and creates the space for the pass. Cone. And now the chance to come forward for Fakeney. Fakeney feeds Milan and it just got underneath the feet. And Curtin probably a little bit relieved there because they were just on their heels. Kate Denning found the foot from Spano. So it'll be a free hit to Hale as we've gone past the halfway stage. 7 minutes left in this quarter. Hale having doubled their lead. Good pass to Eddie Bone, who's back on, fires it to the back post. Milan apologises. Just stuttered and stopped rather than kept going. Storer now for Curtin. Now they may be losing, but you take heart from this performance if you were Matt Bird, I would think. Templeman should collect. Again, scanning what was available before she got the ball under control and got her body in a good position. Boltby. And as that one goes out of play, just acknowledge the players that have got into the Thunderstick squad. That's Sarah Burns, Chantal Chilala, Kate Denning and Penny Squibb from Curtin, and Linnae Milan, Tyler Pedley, and as I mentioned, Caitlin Templeman is a development player within the squad. So congratulations to all of those players who will be involved in Hockey 1. As Hale go on the attack again, laid back to Eddie Bones, slid across the face of goal. Corbett's there, Corbett unleashes the shot, but it's wide. It's going to be a long corner, so it took a deflection. Fakeney will take it. Madonna Blythe coming up on the left. Fakeney decided to go to the right. Kate Denning tries to tackle her. Fakeney still keeps possession. Slides it into the circle. Corbett is there. Again, it's Chilala who manages to clear it. Milan denied by the tackle from Grace Cohn, who just pushed it over the sideline. It's another free hit to Hale, driving into the circle. Milan lays it back. It's found Tyler Pedley. Pedley tries to shoot. Deflected. Well, I thought it was deflected, but no, it's just straight off her stick up over the crossbar. Tyler Pedley, as I mentioned, in the Thunderstick squad, only started playing hockey when she moved from South Africa to Australia. Took it up pretty late. So it's really been a rapid rise for her and really slotted into the game. That's cut out well by Ariska Johnson. Good defensive play coming back from Iona Patton, although she's been penalised for it. Eddie Bone, she just went where the ball was stopped. Has to come back about 10 metres. Madonna Blythe throws it in the air to Bone. Brilliantly controlled, almost nonchalantly. Bone. And Chilala, it will be a penalty corner. It's a second penalty corner of the match for Hale. In fact, Chilala just finding the stick before she got the ball. So Eddie Bone again is lining up at the top of the circle. Looks like it may be a variation this time, or is it Linnae Milan is there? Maybe Milan may slip it to Bone. Bone pushes wide. Madonna Blythe doesn't trap, has to scurry back. She'll get assistance from Ariska Johnston, and Bone has played it narrow and slaps her thigh in frustration. Good effort though by Hayward to try and keep it in play for Hale. And again, good pressure from Pedley, not allowing Curtin an easy path out of defence into attack. Hindle over the ball. Takes a touch, slides it down the line. Cock got a touch, but it falls to Cone. Templeman steps out, got it there, but he's going to have to be helped out by Misa Chrobala. And Madonna Blythe just pings it upfield to the far corner. Kirsty Denning heads into the shadows. Takes a touch and look to smash that one. Just coming out to the final 2.5 minutes now of the third quarter. The two retired hockeyroos, Chalker and Bone, with the goals for Hale. Another free hit for Curtin. Kirsty Denning takes it out of the shadows, but draws it up the side. It did take a little touch. So it will be again Curtin ball. Sparno looking to close down Denning. Storer has to scurry back. Storer still keeps possession for Curtin, but they're edging backwards. Denning. Sparno got a touch. Cock, though, couldn't get that. It'll run through for Grace Cohn. And looking for Patton. And I'm sure the last touch, in fact, no, it's been given. The last touch was off a Hale stick. Arnott will leave that one. Comes to Alice Arnott now. Weaving run again from her top of the circle. Good block from Cock. Chalker, but Arnott will be penalised. In fact, my apologies, it wasn't Arnott, it was Patton. Chalker now plays the pass on the angle to Sparno. Sparno with two defenders ahead of her. Tried to knock it past Chilella. Dalton off her line. Puts it over the baseline. Long corner to Hale. Evie Dalton, who played for Old Hobartians. Again, it's taken a deflection, and it will be another long corner for Hale. Madonna Blythe self-passes, drives to the centre of the circle, pushes it through. And the umpire's just trying to confer, and at least a little bit of honesty from the one down below us. Said he couldn't see from where he was. And it is tricky when you have shadows like this just stretching like fingers across the field of play, and the ball travels from light into shadow. "20 seconds left in the third quarter. Hindle. Just catching the foot. Milan wants to play on quickly. Tries to play it into the circle. Good defence, though, by Chilella. And anywhere will do, for that is the end of the third quarter. And Hale, well, they managed to get another goal. So now going into the final break, it is Hale 2, Curtin University 0.
It's the big one. Danks Furniture's end of financial year clearance sale. Up to 50% off locally made lounge suites, dining tables and designer Nordic furniture. Danks Furniture, the comfort of home.
Well, Matt Bird is a fighter. He doesn't like to lose, and he'll be calmly trying to encourage those around him to find a way back into this match. 2-0 down, 15 minutes to go in the final quarter. Can Curtin find a way back? One goal would really just lift their spirits. But they've got to get past Jess Durst, who's had 5 clean sheets so far this season. She'll be looking to try and get a 6th, and I think there's a bit of a competition going on between her and her brother Johan. Certainly they support each other wherever possible, which is always good to see between siblings. Once again, just like to acknowledge the Varsity Bar coming soon to Inaloo, and the Bunting Group, the residential and commercial building company delivering quality assured, cost-effective building or maintenance services to meet your needs. If you are looking for a company to fill those needs, please contact the Bunting Group. So the last 15 minutes about to get underway. Hale, as I mentioned, were sitting top of the ladder on 22 points. Wolves in second with 20 and UWA with 16, so it's pretty close. Wolves play today. Eddie Bone again throws it to the air, this time out to the right-hand side. And I think even if Spano was a sprinter, she wouldn't have managed to keep that one in play. Chilella. Templeman stretching out, manages to somehow keep control. Good play by her, feeds it to Tyler Pedley. Pedley on the reverse stick, just actually getting the back of the stick there, the loop on the ball, the telltale sign. Stolen back by Milan. Good work by Hindle, but Milan's got it again off of her. Into the circle she goes. Milan left it behind for a second. Good tackle by Chilella. Chantal Chilella, from being a forward to playing in the harder defence, has really adapted well. Player that was developed through Wasps and then moved to Curtin. Also, I should say she was actually probably developed through Southwest Strikers before she went to Wasps, but won the Rochelle Hawks Youth Player of the Year award back in 2007. Top of the circle, it was a good ball, and that's found Milan's foot. So Curtin, the big question is, can they find an attack to break down what has been a fairly resolute Hale defence? They've conceded the least goals this season of any team in the Hockey WA Premiers League, just 8 goals conceded, and this is their 10th game. That's a very good record by anyone's standard. And by comparison, Curtin now have conceded less than they've managed to score. Oh, sorry, conceded more than they've managed to score. Boltby, Turner. Chelsea Turner, again, is such a talented young player, but starved really of any possession in this match. So Hindle over the ball. Hindle, who made a debut for Curtin in the opening round of 2021. Will get the ball back from Denning, put under pressure immediately by Tyler Pedley. Hindle again, goes back to Chilella. Chalker out of the blocks, looking to get there quickly. Bone steps across, stops the pass, finding Denning. Bone feeds it to Chalker. Good work from Dalton off her line well. Spano, though, still has possession for Hale. Forced away from goal by Chilella. Spano again gets away from Chilella. Across the face of goal. It's gone free away from Dalton, and Pedley fires it into the goal. Well, again, we're going to see the umpires confer. I'm just wondering what was the issue here. We'll wait to see if it's going to be confirmed or not. And the goal is going to be awarded to Tyler Pedley. So Hale have their third. And to be honest, it was great work down the right-hand side. Spano doing really well. Tyler Pedley now with her 5th goal of the season. So how you feel in a really strong position as we're approaching the final 10 minutes of the match. Kate Denning will never give up. Looking for the foot, didn't manage to find it, but it does go off the foot eventually of Misa Hrobala. So Denning with the free hit, takes it quickly, looks to attack Templeman. Across the face of goal, Durst belts that one out of play. Kate Denning again, pushes it forward. It just unfortunately went behind Alex Fry. And the chance goes begging for Curtin. Templeman's risky pass, it's been stolen. And a great save by Durst to deny Turner. Good recovery by Templeman, who dribbles it to the top of the circle and is helped out by Eddie Bone. Durst again with a really sharp save. Chelsea Turner pouncing and so nearly giving Curtin a goal. Only been one win really where Jess Durst, in fact, she would all the first 5 wins that Hale had, she didn't concede, so she would like to restore that record in the second half of the season. As Spano now will get on the pass from Milan. Milan's coming back. Good work again inside the circle. Denning receiving the pass from Storer and now feeding it forward to Alice Arnott. Arnott will look to cut infield. There's not a lot of support around her, but she gets a free hit. Alice Arnott, who played for the Tamworth Frogs. And that's a painful blow. But once again, we see the player get up quickly. Good lead again from Portia Miller that time. It's Turner fighting for it inside the circle, trying to get it onto her forehand. Then just flicks the pass. It's a good pass, managing to pick out Arnott. And Arnott wins the penalty corner, the first for Curtin in the match. Is this going to be their chance to open their account? Still just over 8.5 minutes left. So Jess Durst will be telling her defenders exactly what she wants. Arnott makes her way to the baseline. Chilala is at the first battery. Trapped, Chantal Chilala drills it, looking for touch from, I think, the injector, which was Arnott. It's going to be a long corner, though. Kate Denning plays on quickly. Fakeney forced her wide, and in the end, the pass goes harmlessly over the baseline. Hrobala. Good pass to pick out Pedley. Pedley looks to turn away from Hindle. Does well to get past Chilala. And now feed it wide to Cock. Cock's got space. Drills it towards goal. It's gone well. I thought that had gone off the kicker, but no, not according to the umpire. Stepping out again were Hale just to try and prevent the pass getting to Kate Denning, but she's got it in the end and manages to feed it out wide to Reville. Reville's got Turner ahead, played it into a space she was hoping Turner was going to run when Turner wanted it wide. And so possession given back to Hale, just a miscommunication there for Curtin. Fakeney feeds it to Corbett. Corbett's pushed it wide. Kirsty Denning comes back, but so too Pedley gets there. Pedley, Denning recovers brilliantly, steals it away. Feeds it to her sister now, who has to be Eddie Bone. And can't keep that one in play. Off the stick of Boltby it goes, but Kate Denning plays on quickly. Again, super skills from Arnott. Into the circle she goes, but good defence once more from Hrobala. Pedley now needs to just slip that one to Spano. Spano's got pace. Into the circle she goes, feeds it unselfishly to Chalker. Good save. And Storer gets it away. So it's a really good opportunity for Hale for a fourth there. They are the leading goal scorers in the women's competition at the moment. Cock now. Another good tackle by Kirsty Denning. Rishka Johnson almost got it back for a second, but it's Cohn with it now and feeds it forward again to Alice Arnott. Good pass from her, but it just went under the stick of Portia Miller. Alice Arnott, who played her hockey for Sydney Uni. So just over 5 minutes left. Curtin still pressing. Arnott dispossessed. Bone feeds it forward. Tyler Pedley, Fuller running it late in the match. Pedley going into the circle on the reverse, a diving tackle, and that's a penalty stroke as Milan shoots. Now Chalala just diving to try and make the tackle. Eddie Bone looking to take the stroke and add to her tally in the match. So Eddie Bone versus Evie Dalton. And Bone fires it into the bottom corner. And that makes it 4-0 now to Hale with just over 5 minutes left. And Eddie Bone now becomes the leading scorer for Hale this season. That goal taking her to 7, one ahead of Linnae Milan. Eddie Bone, of course, who hails from Orange in New South Wales. Home of the Wiradjuri people. I hope I said that right. Kate Denning goes to the air, but it's unfortunately over the head of her teammate and one bounce out of play. Hale are going to go in search of more. You just feel it. They've now scored 3 or more goals in 6 games this season, and this is game number 10. So that's a pretty good record. Tanya Storer takes a touch, plays it forward, cut out well by Boltby. Boltby looking to get past, I think that's Turner. It is Turner, yep. Now finds Christy Denning. Denning's passed her apparently, well, unfortunately, just behind Grace Cohn. Milan plays on quickly, finds Chalker. Chalker looks up. What's available inside the circle? Not a great deal, so pings it into the stick of Chalala, and it'll be a long corner. Templeman, short pass and a little bit too far away from the body of Linnae Milan. So another press now from Hale, a high press. Chalker's got the ball. Drops it back to Pedley. Pedley looking to turn. Does well. Into the circle it goes. Is it going to break for Spano? Dalton took a touch with the stick and then kicks it wide, not over the baseline. Good presence of mind from Evie Dalton. Evie Dalton, who's part of the Gillaroos in 2022. Just over 2.5 minutes left. And not a good pass. I put it down to weariness in the heat. Store up to Arnott, who's been impressive, to Kate Denning. Denning goes infield, finds Chelsea Turner, slips that one again, and Stick's getting caught up there. Arnott had to change her mind. Templeman went down very graciously there. Good pass again to Kate Denning. Into the circle she goes. Durst, though, at a near post. Pad, strong and solid. Into the final 2 minutes now. Goes back to Storer. To Chilella, right on halfway. Kirsty Denning comes wide to Emily Hindle now. And that's caught Milan in the face. Or is there a bit of blood there? Or no, she's fine. Tyler Pedley just coming across and saying, no, your looks are not going to be hurt by that. That's all she needed to hear. Iona Patton. Pedley. Helps it down the line. Milan now. Can she accelerate away from Kate Denning? Denning pestering her all the way. Milan still keeping possession, and eventually Denning gets the tackle and pushes it over the side. Madonna Blythe feeds it back to Milan, still full of running. Looking to take on Kirsty Denning this time. Milan doubles back. Kate Denning took a stick poke, didn't get the ball. It's with Madonna Blythe now. Iona Patton didn't get it off her. Misa Hrobola feeds it into the circle. Took a slight defection off Eddie Bone, and Madonna Blythe got there, but Chelsea Turner has done really well. Turner with a really good pass. And there's a chance now for Portia Miller. One-on-one with Durst. Durst goes down. She takes out the player. And it will be a stroke. Jess Durst, her foot just coming up and catching Portia Miller as she went round her. And a nod of the head from Jess Durst. She accepts that that was a foul. So now a penalty stroke for Curtin in the very last minute. Can they get a consolation goal? Kate Denning has decided she will take the shot from the spot. Jess Durst trying to keep a clean sheet intact. She'll only have herself to blame if it goes in. So it's the doctor against the nurse. Kate Denning, a doctor. Jess Durst, a nurse at Royal Perth Hospital. Who will come out on top? And it's the doctor. So Kate Denning gets a consolation goal for Curtin right in the final minute, which means that Hale cannot keep a clean sheet. And you'd have to say it's probably just reward for all the efforts of Curtin University. Emily Chalker just going on a little jaunt of her own. Eddie Bone takes it away from Patton, who was a little bit frustrated there, I think. Bone throws it to the air, but Arnott brings it down. Kate Denning again. And that was a good idea, but well cut out by Misa Hrobola. Fakeney now. Top of the circle. Chilella went to ground. Boltby looks to play it in. It's bobbled up, and it's unfortunately caught. I think it's Kirsty Denning in the face this time. Hopefully she's okay. Shakes her head as if to say, yep, I'm fine. And that is the end of the game. And it's been a good victory for Hale, who will stay on top of the Hockey WA Premier League ladder after round 10. Goals from Eddie Bone ×2, Tyler Pedley, and also Emily Chalker, and the reply coming from Kate Denning for Curtin University. The final score, Hale 4, Curtin 1.
It's the big one. Danks Furniture's end of financial year clearance sale. Up to 50% off locally made lounge suites, dining tables and designer Nordic furniture. Danks Furniture, the comfort of home.